Hello everybody, hope this video finds everybody doing well. This is the third try that I've tried to make this video. It's kind of hard to find the words for it, but the subject of the video is going to be grieving. Um, what really inspired me to do this video is I've watched the movie Sweet Girl twice, where she watches her mother die from cancer. I watched my mother die from cancer when I was 13 years old. She was only 32. And, when, especially with a child, a lot of people tell children and adults, this applies to everybody. They tell them, oh, don't cry, they're in a better place. They're in a better place. Please don't do that. Let people grieve. It's healthy to grieve. Grieving is a God-given emotion, and we're supposed to use it, in my opinion. But since I never properly grieved when my mother passed away, I've carried that around with me all of my life. The way I explain it to people, if you look at me, you're going to see a 56-year-old man. But inside, I'm still a 13-year-old child crying for his mother. And I let it go so far that I've got mental issues. I've got lots of mental issues. I won't go into that. I have other videos on there if you want to go check those out. But like I say, people, it's a God-given emotion, and I think we are definitely supposed to use that emotion, because if you don't grieve and you keep it all inside, people, that can mess you up, and I'm living proof of that. I've been suffering for 43 years, and it's been my life to this day is still hell. I mean, pure hell. And I think if I'd have grieved when my mother passed, I don't think I'd be going through this, or I don't think I would have turned out as bad as I have for not grieving. But people, I'm begging you to not tell people, don't cry, everything's fine, they're in a better place. Yes, in my opinion, they are in a better place. But still, if you don't grieve, people, you're going to carry that around for the rest of your life. Grieve, let it cry. If you have to take a whole day, cry for a whole day. It doesn't matter. Do it. Hell, a good cry is healthy a lot of times. But I just can't emphasize that enough, that you have got to grieve when it happens. People try to block it out, and I guess that's what I did. And with that being said, and by me never dealing with it, when I got to be in my late teens and into my 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, I turned into a different person. I was an asshole to a lot of people, and I just thank God that most of them forgave me, and there's still some that I need to ask for forgiveness, because like I said, it was so bad it changed who I was. I wasn't me anymore, and I'll be honest with you, I still miss me. I don't believe this is who I was intended to be, and I think it's got a lot to do with the grieving process. I really do, because it will change you as a human being in a blink of an eye. I mean, and the other thing, as far as me, my dad was an over-the-road trucker. That's all he did all of his life. That's all he knew, and that's fine, but he wasn't home much at all, and so he was more of a provider than a father, just because. And it wasn't his fault, people. He was a truck driver. I mean, he wasn't there a lot, but he made sure me and my brother had everything we needed. We never went without anything. But like I say, and with him being an over the road driver, and me being 13 years old, and my brother was 15, maybe 16 when it happened. And how my brother dealt with it. My brother stayed out in the streets. He didn't like to stay at home. He liked to go out and run around. But see, he was old enough to do that. He had a car. He had a driver's license. I mean, I had nothing. I couldn't go anywhere. So literally overnight, at 13 years old, I had to go from being a child to being an adult. I had to take care of everything that an adult would have to do to run a house. I mean, I did everything. I did all the laundry. I cleaned the house. I cut the yard. It's just, but different people deal with it in different ways. I'm sure if I was older and had my driver's license, I'd have done the same thing. But unfortunately, I didn't. And it's, like I said, it's really hard to find the words, but all I can tell you is if, especially young children, people, especially young children, don't tell them not to cry. Don't let them cry. Let them get it out of their system. You don't want your children turning into me. I mean, I've got so many issues. I mean, clinical depression, bipolar, anxiety, panic attacks. I mean, you can just throw any label at me and it'll stick. I mean, I'm pretty messed up. Been pretty messed up for a lot of years, and the reason I do these videos and put my business out there like this, I hope there's one person watching that will see this and it'll inspire them to go get help. I see a psychiatrist. Sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes every month, sometimes every 3 months. But people, if you need help, go get help. Help's not going to come find you. If you need help, please go get help. Excuse me. So anyway, at the time, it doesn't seem like it. It really doesn't. But grieving is a very, very healthy thing to do. It's your body's natural way of dealing with the loss of anybody you love. That's really about as far as I can go with this video, because like I said, this one's really a hard one to find the words for, other than grieve, people. Just grieve. And please don't tell your children not to cry. Hold them. Let them cry. If they need to cry all day, let them cry all day. I mean, don't tell them not to cry. Don't come down on them like that, because they'll think it's wrong to grieve for their mother or father or grandmother or grandfather, whoever passed away. So that's really about all I can come up with. So I'm gonna cut it off right here. But people, like I said, and I cannot say this enough, if you need help, please go get help. All right, I hope everybody has a great day, and I appreciate y'all watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.